Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to Paranormal Connections radio show. I'm your host, Christina George, and for the next 2 hours, we're going to be talking about ghost videos, ghost pictures, things that people are posting up on the internet, making viral videos. Are they real? Are they fake? A little bit of both, I think, nowadays. So I'm going to kind of take you on this little journey. We're going to go to some videos that have been making their way across social media as well as online, and let you guys figure out, is it, are they real or are they not? And hey, everybody, so I'm sorry I'm missing you guys already. Nice to see you, Eddie. Hey, Sherilyn. Dawn, nice to see you. Hey, Tara. Hey, beautiful. And Dawn, if I have your permission, and many people who watch the show know, Dawn was on the show recently when I had another guest talking about her haunted building that I ended up getting possessed in not once but twice. First time ever, ever. Yeah. So anyway, she's got some amazing, amazing pictures that she has captured in her building, and I'm looking forward to sharing them if she'll let me. Hey, Selena, nice to see you. Nice to see all you guys. Hold on just a second. Hey, Christopher, nice to see you. It's been a little while. It's always good to see a familiar face. So welcome to the show. All right, so I'm going to start off tonight only because I promised people online that I was going to talk about this on the show, and I'm going to talk about it more in depth on Wednesday night show. And on Wednesday night show, for those who don't watch, it's Top Secret News radio show. And on there, I talk about everything that's not spirits, ghosts, and the paranormal, ufology, cryptozoology. I talk about underground bases, conspiracy theories, weather modification, CERN, FEMA camps, underground tunnels, and just about everything you think about. And so normally that's the show that when I have precog dreams, which I've had since I was a teen, I usually announce those on that show. But I haven't had them for a while, which is kind of weird. I mean, I don't want to say it's really weird, but over the years, it's kind of been up and down. Hey, Pat, nice to see you. So, I get them, and sometimes, I would get them months apart before I would get any. Sometimes it would be, I'd have one and then within a couple of weeks, whatever I was shown would happen. Over the last 2 years, at least for me, my precogs started coming much quicker together, much more accurate. I will say that definitely I went through some very interesting things at that time, and whatever I went through, it was life-changing for me. And I'll tell you, being in the paranormal, you never really realize how much of what you do is in the paranormal and research and things like that is really about finding answers for your own self. So anyway, we'll go ahead and I'm getting way off topic. Hey guys, oops, hold on guys. Oh, I just lost chat. Hold on. Can you guys hear me? If you can you go ahead and comment over in the bottom? Something's going on with this. Okay. Can you guys let me know if I'm live? Can you hear me? I am telling you every time. Okay, Dawn says yes, sounds good. Okay, great. Every time I go live, I have so many things that can happen. Thanks, Eddie. Great. Thank you so much. Uh, okay. All right. Okay. So, I'm off track of what I was talking about before. But anyway, being in the field we get to, at least I get to go to a lot of very, very interesting places. And I've been lecturing, speaking over the years about the paranormal. And now we're starting to get a lot more evidence, or so-called evidence, that's being posted up online. And again, also with technology, hey, Alan, nice to see you. With technology the way it is, and it's so advanced that photo editing is easy enough that most children and teenagers can utilize free online editing software or pay a very small amount and edit things. We started really kind of seeing an increase when the ghost apps started coming out. And then they started making the apps where you could place digitalized uh, ghosts into your pictures. And people were sharing those things like crazy. And you got a lot of people who were skeptics in this field, and they were creating these photos and circulating them online. And people were absolutely believing that it was an actual spirit. I mean, I sat and I watched and I watched and I watched of just people that were sharing these pictures that were obviously fake. And in fact, a good friend of mine actually sent me an edited photo. Now, she had no idea that it was edited at the time. She contacted me and said, "Hey, Christina, I know that you have a lot of experience in the paranormal. Would you please take a look at this picture and tell me what you think? My son and his girlfriend are out on vacation and they snapped this pic." And so I said, "Sure." So she sent it to me. And when she sent it to me, immediately I recognized the pic of the ghost in their picture, and it was of a little boy. And I went directly over to the ghost app, ghost picture app, or whatever you wanted to call it. As soon as we got over there, I pulled up, I took a screenshot, and I messaged her back and I said, "I hate to tell you, but I think somebody's pulling a prank on you because this has been created by a app." And immediately she was kind of upset. She said, "Absolutely not. There's no way that this could be fake. My nephew himself sent me this pic." And I said, "Well, here's what it looks like." I put it out there and didn't hear anything back from her. In fact, a little bit of time went by. And the next day, I get a message from her with a sincere apology of not believing me. She said, "I should have known." She said, "I went back and I told my nephew what you had said. And he fessed up that he knows knew that she liked the paranormal, was into the paranormal. And he just wanted to see if he could prank her into believing that it was actually a ghost." Uh, so since then, I become very critical of pictures. And I think a lot of us in the paranormal have, because it is so hard sometimes to tell what's going on. So we're going to be talking about that. And yeah, we're going to get back real quick to the precog dreams. And so I've been having them since a teenager. Last 2 years, they started getting stronger, closer together. Not only were they closer together, but they changed some. Before, it was just, I was always shown natural disasters, just like earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, mudslides, landslides, flooding, tsunamis, things like that, hurricanes, tornadoes. I would be shown all of those, and I could usually like see from an aerial view where it was going to hit. But I am geographically challenged, so I never know. I was horrible at social studies. Still to this day, my whole team tries to teach me directions by looking at the stars. North Star, I can point to anywhere, absolutely anywhere. I get lost even with my GPS. So I am really, really challenged when it comes to things like that. So I usually just would write them down, tell people close to me. And over the years, they really started becoming, really accurate. But over the last 2 years, a lot of things changed in my life, and I ended up the I had a really interesting experience. 2 years changed me forever. How I'll see the paranormal, how I'll see ufology, how I'll see the precog dreams, and even what my place is in all of this, what my role is. And that's going to be one of the shows that I'm going to do right before the new year. So we're going to talk about that. But the new precog dreams, as they changed the last 2 years, I also started being shown weather modification, man-made disasters, false flag events. And when I say false flag, okay, for all the conspiracy people out there, I am, and you guys know what I'm talking about. But for the others, do not think that when I say false flag that I'm saying that nothing happened or it wasn't real. Because if we would have been talking about maybe 15 years ago, 20 years ago, that may be true. But people were getting caught all the time in false flags, things that were happening. So now it's kind of stepped up, and now they're false flags because they are created by people and put into progress by people. But instead of it being actors and it being all a show, there's actual loss of lives. And it was very strange. I didn't understand why I was being given this information of all things. I was being shown things that were terrorist attacks, legit terrorist attacks, and other things that were being created to seem as if they were terrorist attacks. So I started putting things out, again, here and there to my friends and my team members, and they would watch these things transpire, right, pretty much within weeks of telling them about them. And my ex-co-host and my good friend and team member, Renee Chavez, had said to me, Christina, you need to be putting this stuff out. You need to be making it on record. And I said, oh, I don't care if people believe me or not. I tell the people I feel like I need to tell, and people who will trust what I'm saying. And, hey, can't save the world. And he actually made me see things a little differently. So I agreed, and I started out. And unfortunately, they were so accurate that it started freaking people out. And people were getting very, very scared. Instead of what I was trying to do is educate them, prepare them for, what's coming, make sure that, they had a window of opportunity to be, ready, prepared, get out, things like this. So it's been interesting. So I pulled away from really doing the updates. And then as soon as I stopped putting them out there, I was flooded all the time with messages from people asking me if I've had any precog dreams lately, or people assuming since I hadn't, gone live or gone on social media to discuss them, that obviously we must be all good because I haven't been putting anything out there. And that wasn't the case. It was, I don't want to freak people out, and that wasn't the reaction I was wanting. But then here I have on the flip side a reaction to, a lot, I'm not going to lie, it was a lot of people who followed my shows and follow my pages and are very interested in the precogs that I have. So, and knowing what's going on. So, anyway, I haven't had them for a little while. Everybody knows, I was out in Texas for a week. I ended up in the hospital. Just a lot of crazy stuff going on. I was just worked to death, and I was not having any precogs. And I, as well, thought that it was good. I had said on my last one that I had seen that there were going to be a lot more wildfires, a lot more loss of lives and homes, animals, things like that. And sure as heck, it was like a repeat of the apocalypse fire that we had in Napa Valley. Other than this time in Northern California, it was 3 hours away. And just the same way last year, we saw Los Angeles catch on fire. It has been like a deja vu, like you wouldn't believe. The weather quality here, the air quality is horrible. They closed all the schools down early, the shelter in place for people. It's been quite an ordeal. And the crazy part about it is I get this information, and the last thing I want to do is actually have to go and tell people this stuff. This stuff's going to happen. Last I was talking about a tsunami I saw coming with a big earthquake, and sure as heck, we had that one a couple months ago. So again, it is what it is. People seem to want to know the information, so I'm doing what I can to keep people informed. Hey, Greg, nice to see you. You guys feel free to chime in anytime you'd like. So anyway, I just want to tell you guys, as I said, I want to get into the show. I'll cover this more on Wednesday's show, but this winter, guys, you guys, everybody, no matter where you live, there is going to be some crazy chaotic weather that you're going to experience. I feel like the East Coast is going to deal with blizzard and situations like you haven't seen in a long time. Again, I'm still being shown more very large earthquakes. So I talked about really big eruptions, and Mount Singabong, or I forgot what the name of it was, just erupted a few days ago. I mean, it's happening. And when I was shown, mudslides and landslides, I felt like that was, going to happen regardless because of the fires. But again, now we have it here, so it makes more sense. I was seeing it before the fires this time broke out. So a lot of things, a lot of flooding. So if you live in an area where you get flooding, be on the lookout. I want to say everything from tornadoes to hurricanes to some of the strangest weather that you have ever seen is coming our way. And no matter where you live, all that I ask, just in case I am right, or just in case something happens in an emergency situation where you only have moments to get out, you should have a bug out bag. You should. I can't stress this enough. Crazy thing is, like I said, I can't save everybody, but there have been people who have actually contacted me when they know severe weather is coming their way after I put stuff out, and they've contacted me and asked me if they're safe. Do they need to evacuate? And I, give them whatever it is that I feel is appropriate, and it has actually saved lives. So, I'm going to put that out there, and again, put together some stuff. I tell people all the time, you might have a great, bug out shelter. You might have, enough things to keep you in food and water for the next 6 months. You may have all of that. But what if you can't make it back to your little compound where all these things are. Do you have a plan B? I have a bug out bag in my home, as well as always have had one in the back of my car, just in case I can't get home. Hey, Marcy, nice to see you, hun. Says we have a bug out trailer. Yeah, hey, I mean, I think that's even more amazing. The fact that you can be prepared is very, very important. Reminded us here in the fires, as well as some of the big earthquakes we've had in Northern California, that things can change in just a moment. You know, have a evacuee staying here with us, and he lost everything. He literally, his dog barked and woke him up, and by the time he got his shoes on, grabbed his wallet, his keys, his dog, and his medication, and got into the truck, his house was already on fire. It's crazy. So yeah, make sure you have a bug out bag. It's very, very important. Pat says, please have backup medications. Absolutely. That's very important, because again, if we have a natural disasters, more than likely the pharmacies are not going to be open. So we saw that last year. So, and Marcy says, yes, we have a plan B. Now these are the people who I just absolutely adore, that, they do have a plan. Us here in California, we always should have a plan, because it's not like we just have one kind of natural disaster here. We got all kinds, so we have volcanoes that are close enough to erupt. We definitely have earthquakes all the time. And these fires are about to just completely take us out. Now, there are a lot of theories running around about what is going on with these wildfires. And I will tell you that on Wednesday night show, I'm going to address my thoughts on it. Being here and watching not only this one, but the last one transpire, I'm noticing a whole lot of interesting things going on. So, am I right? Who knows? Always been pretty accurate, but it's just my opinion. Let's see. All right, guys, so let me go ahead, since we got a half hour left. Let's go to some videos. All right, and tonight, let me see. Let me put this down here. Oh. Hold on, guys. All right, I'm sure you guys can't hear that, so let me stop it. I'm going to share this with you guys. This is why it's hard for me to have to multitask. Oh, geez, Louise. Hold on a minute. All right, let's see if I can. Oh, here we go. Okay. Full screen. All right, so we are going to be looking at some of the videos from the group page Ghost Videos on Facebook. Make sure to go and check out their page. Got some interesting stuff. So I'm going to take a look at this very first one. I guess, hold on, maybe it's a little bit easier if I do it this way. Just a second. Okay. So now I should be able to grab it. No, this is not what I want. Okay, I think I got it now. Let's see. All right. All right, so I'm going to drop off and I'm going to play this and let you take a look at what you think. Let me make this a little bigger. All right, let me drop off and then I'll enlarge it. Okay, guys, so what did you think? Hey, Michelle, nice to see you. Um, hey, Maggie, nice to see you as well. Okay, so what are you guys' thoughts on this? So we're looking at a office building's CCTV, and as you could see, there was a light anomaly that crosses all the way through the office. All right. Um, I can put the link in the chat if you guys want to check it out. Hold on just a second for yourself. Okay, so I just put it in there. Hey, Donna, nice to see you. All right, so you guys can check out the video. Why didn't it go on there? Hold on. That's really strange. All right, let me. All right, so the link is down there. You can click on the video if you like, and put it in the chat room what you think. Do you think that this is actual spirit activity caught on a CCTV, or do you think it's been manipulated? That's the question for tonight, on this one at least. Let me give you guys a couple minutes to comment, and then I'm going to go ahead and give my opinion, and we're going to go on to the next one. My computer is so slow for some reason. I do not know what's going on. I'm only getting some of the stuff in chat. All right. So I'm personally am going to say that I think that this video has been edited. It is so pixelated right around the area where the light anomaly goes in. That's definitely something that I look for when I'm looking at pictures or videos that have been edited. But again, this is my opinion. I always want to hear yours, so feel free to comment below in the comments. All right, let me go to the next one. And for those of you that have seen the promo for tonight's show, the second hour, I'm going to be joined by George Stewart. He's a paranormal investigator, and he's the founder of 757 Ghost Hunters, and has a very interesting story. He also has put out some of the they've also put out some of the videos that we'll be talking about in the second hour. So let me go ahead and get over here to the all right, so let's sorry, it just kicked me out of where is that? Well, that's all right. We will go to this video. There's a bunch of different ones in this one. So I'm going to go ahead and start it. This is over on Disclose TV. And we're going to go over these ones. All right, so give me just a second. I'm going to drop myself out of here. Let me pull up the right screen. All right, here we go. All right, so you see in the first video, again, let me bring it back a little bit. And we start to see, I'm going to read this. We start to see the little girl. She's walking in there. But the first place, why are you walking in with your video camera on? And then the one cupboard opens. But that doesn't seem to startle her. It's not till other things start happening. Now something drops out. She starts screaming. But she still stands there taping. Oh, that looked like somebody pushed that out. I'm sorry. She's still screaming. Okay, that thing falls off, but that seemed like it was being pulled along the way. All right, now we get those that open. Things are falling out. Now, somebody could be right behind that one door that opened. Not really sure. I'm not really sure. Like, what do you guys think? I guess for me, I'm just become very much a skeptic. um, Hold on, guys. I will put the link for the video. You guys can watch it yourself. I played it on the bigger screen now. I just was reviewing it on the other one. You can check. Um, so definitely interesting. Hey, Lorraine, nice to see you. So nice to see you. Okay. Eddie says, LOL, so fake. I kind of feel the same way, Eddie. Selena says, not real. Now, again, funny thing is these videos go viral. I mean, and you would be shocked at the amount of people that want to believe anything and everything is paranormal, even when they're being punked. All right, let's check out another one. Hold on, all right, I will put myself down so we can, think I might pass this one. It wasn't all that great. Let me, all right, here's another one. All right. So I'm going to drop myself out so you guys can see it on full screen, and then let me know what you. All right, so we are back. Let's see what you guys are saying. Eddie says, yes, so true. I watch a lot of so-called paranormal activity videos on YouTube, and some are interesting too, like the one where there's a child in the pantry. Oh yeah, actually I've seen that one before too. So what do you guys think? Again, so you got three guys that seem to be, laying on the floor, and all of a sudden things start falling. And then the drawers start opening. And then they jump up and they run out there. Hold on. Christopher says those people were obviously scared to death. Lorraine says looked real. I would have to say that I agree. The reactions are interesting, although they could be very good actors. To be honest, who knows? I mean, maybe it was a setup. I always, when I see things opening and you can't see out of a certain shot of the video, because I have seen people recreate things where they open drawers and open cupboards and pull things out, and um, all kinds of interesting ways to fake stuff. But it's an interesting, it's definitely an interesting video. So let's see. Eddie says the video looks real to me. Selena says not sure. Christopher says, if I was trying to sleep and hearing and seeing that, I'd be scared out of my mind. Yeah, most people would be, to be absolutely honest. So, all right, let's head on over. Hold on, I'll take myself out here. Okay, now if you could not see that well, some things were like being drug across the table, and then the lamp falls down. I don't know if you're with me, but in my opinion, BS. Definitely looked like something was being pulled along there. It's dark. They've got the invisible string. It's not, again, not very hard to do, but uh, I hate when these kinds of things go viral. So, what do you think? Did you think that it looked real? Uh, Eddie says, I see an invisible fishing line. No, good catch. I didn't even look at it that closely, but it absolutely could be. And that would make more sense to me than anything actual activity. Michelle says, fishing line. I agree, Michelle. Lorraine says, all were attached to a cord. See, I love you guys. You guys are amazing. And that's why you guys do great work out there. All right. Maggie says, same thing. Fish line. Yep. Can't pull anything over your guys' eyes. Selena got it fake. I think we're all in agreement. Thanks so much for the feedback. All right, let's move on to the next one. All right, guys, we are back. All right, we just had another one. Now, you guys couldn't hear the audio of that, but I did put the link in there for the video, and the knob was twisting and twisting and twisting and rattling. And as he opens that door, there is nobody in there. Now, again, you never can tell on these kinds of things either. But I will tell you, I have been on some investigations where some really crazy activity just like this is exactly what happens. I've had where doorknobs have shaken. I've had doors that have actually shook, so hard that it sounded like somebody was trying to bust the door down and nobody was out there. Um, so yeah, do I believe it can happen? 100%. I think, I mean, again, these people are so calm when this is going on. Like most people who aren't into the paranormal and, something like that goes on, they're going to be super freaked out. Believe me. All right, let's see. Let me go to the next one. Well, we're waiting for our guest. He should be here in about 5 minutes. In fact, let me message him real quick. All right, so let me go to the All right. Well, the first one that we whisked by really quick would be the one that, again, I say fake, 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 fake. Anytime that you just happen to have the CCTV camera right above the desk, things are out of sight and they slide across a thing. It's usually not that. Now, hey, make it levitate and fly across the room. I may have a whole different opinion, but this is my opinion on right now on these ones. This other one, let me put up the one for that. Now, so you'll see a guy, he happens to have his video on. Oh, hold on just a second. He gets the video on, and as soon as he hears something, he picks up his phone, he walks out, walks into the kitchen, and he just keeps saying, hello, hello. And then when they get to that room in the back, you can hear a doorknob jiggling, door rattling, and he focuses in on that and he just continues to say, hello, hello, as if you don't know that that is the door to your attic and nobody should be there, right? Probably not then going to go and do that. Other thing though is with editing, just from the guy's hands, he sounds very young. I mean, his hands look very young. So if he's young, he knows how, or even if he's older and he knows how to do editing, he could have absolutely done the first bit. Somebody could have been behind the door rattling it, and then they basically cut it and then film when the person is not there, them opening the door and nobody's there. Very, again, very, very simple to do. Just my opinion, but I call BS. Let's see. And he says, a stair video, I'm not sure. He says somebody can just jiggle the knob and run up the stairs. And again, that too, or, edit it, or all different kinds of things. So, yeah, who knows? All right, let's check out some more while we wait for our guest. Okay, guys. Now, I don't know. I'm gonna have to put up the link so that you guys can like check this out yourself, because there's some weird anomalies on there, and I kept like trying to check and see what was going on. But I will tell you, when that stupid little car started going across, it was going forward and backwards. Oh, hold on just a second. Let me send him the link. Sorry, guys, trying to get my guest connected. All right, so I'm just waiting for him to get in here. So let's see what everybody's saying. Christopher says this video is weird as hell and the characteristics isn't explainable. So let me put up. Oh, all right. So hey, Alan, nice to see you from Off the Chain Paranormal. Alan says way too easy to fake, and I have to agree. That is definitely one that would be super easy to fake. Going back and forth, you see. I mean, there's again, somebody could be behind that couch, somebody could be around the chair from the other side. Why would you get on your computer, set your laptop webcam, and then walk away? So who knows? I personally, oh, and then hold on just a second. They're saying also look at the mirror. I'll have to go back and check that. So I'm gonna stop sharing this real quick so I can bring on our guests. So all right, we're about 5 minutes after the hour. You're at the top of the 7 p.m. here in California over in Pacific Standard Time, 10 o'clock in the East Coast. So you are watching Paranormal Connections on the UPRN Talk Radio Network, 107.7 out of New Orleans, and we're getting ready to start the second half. Everybody would join me in welcoming our guest for the second half. As I told you earlier, going to be joined by George Stewart. Now, again, he is a paranormal investigator. He's been in the field for about 10 years. He's the founder of 757 Ghost Hunters. He's going to be talking to me about some of the, let's talk about the scariest investigation encounters over that time. But I also, he's got a video that was trending as well. So we're going to try to go over that with him as well. It should be a lot of fun, and let's bring him on. Hey, George, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Thanks so much for joining me tonight. Last minute, one of my other guests got sick, and you were gracious enough to come on since we were already trying to get you on the show anyway. So you got front of the line. How you doing tonight?
Pretty good. How are you doing?
Oh, well, it's Monday night. That's about all I can say for it. I'm here and breathing, so I guess it's pretty damn good.
You ready for that turkey day on Thursday?
Oh, yeah. I thought like once all my children were grown that I wouldn't have to like make big Thanksgiving dinners. I could like go to their house and, or to the other family's house and enjoy them having to cook, them having to clean up after it, and all the good things that I've been doing for the last 30 years. But no. Kids still want mom to cook. They want to do their own thing, but they want to stop by to get a plate.
Yeah, I got 3 daughters, so it's cooking never ends. Or
There
you
you
get
go.
the
Even when
I get the yeah, I want McDonald's, and I'm just like, no, don't eat that crap.
right. Well, unfortunately, growing up, I cooked every single night, and I cooked, pretty much from scratch. So my kids did not get a lot of fast food. And so now it's like, I'm like, oh, let's go out and get some. They're like, no, mom, it won't taste like yours. We need you to cook, your. I'm like, oh man, I shouldn't cook so good over the years. Selena is saying, hello, George.
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, we're
All
out
right.
here.
Well, you've actually, go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. There's a little bit of a delay, so don't worry if I cut you off. I'll try to make me delay as well. Oh, I think you're for. Oh, there you go. All right, can you hear me now?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes. All right. So, okay, everybody's saying hi to George. All right, George is here with us. All right, so we were talking about some of the trending paranormal videos that are out there.
Yes.
And I have to say, you sent me, the one you did, and I always find it interesting to watch these, but it is shocking how many BS videos and fake videos are out there that end up going viral. What the hell is going on?
Yeah, in all honesty, I want to get to a point with no editing in my videos to where I didn't edit that actually. That was taken from my personal YouTube account that has no viewers at all. Um,
Oh,
uh,
jeez.
yeah, you see it and it's like completely edited by this guy. I've never met him. I never talked to him. He just kind of took it on his own to do this. So I don't
Hey,
mind
well,
it.
they made it go viral.
Yeah, I don't mind it because in the sense it was like, okay, well now people can see what I really was seeing in my house, and I'm standing in the same house actually. Behind me is the door that leads into the hallway. You know that the ball actually got pushed down. So it's an old house. We've heard whistling in here. Me and my wife. We've heard humming in here. And what's really creepy is the fact that we would hear and we would know the song. Like we actually knew "Swing Low, Sweet Chariot." So we hear the "Swing Low, Sweet Chariot, coming to take me home." So we would hear that, but it was in a whistle form. And so for a
Oh,
long
wow.
time,
Wow.
we knew it was haunted by something. And my neighbor, he lives like two houses down. So like he's had weird things happen to him here. Whatever that resides here does not like him. So like we have another episode. It's like a full documentary of the house. But I don't choose to show it because I was having some beers and being ridiculous. So
Mm.
it was a fun night while they're investigating, but like they pretty much showed up and allowed them to investigate. They caught some really creepy stuff, but it was like during the time of celebration, so it's just like whatever. So I was drinking, and I kind of discount any of that because I was drinking. I don't want that to be out there.
Right,
But
right.
if you want to see it, it's hilarious as hell. But no, anyways. But on a sober note, when I was in the house and I saw the ball, I was not drinking. I actually have an older daughter that she's about 16, 17 now, and she actually has a video on her phone where the ball is rolling on the carpet and stops. And does the same thing on carpet. So we've had it happen on the hardwood floors and the carpet. So it wasn't really like we've been dealing with paranormal since day one of us all, me and my wife getting together. Kyle was 8. She's my stepdaughter. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, so we don't know if something followed us from another unit, possibly, or it just might be me. Because anywhere I go, there's some paranormal crap going on. I can go like to a vacationing spot, and there's some weird stuff that happens. So it could be me. It's a very possibility. It could just be.
Absolutely. Could be you, but it also could be that, you guys as now like a family unit, you all kind of draw things, and pull things
Right.
together, because the fact that a lot of times if it's just you, then you would have more the thing where you would be seeing this stuff, you'd be experiencing, and nobody else would. When you start having where everybody's not only seeing and experiencing it, but actually capturing it on video, that takes it to a whole nother level, as it's just you. This is like a family affair right now.
And I'll give you an example with my cousin that doesn't believe in it. He works for the shipyard, and he came down and he was having a conversation on the side of the house with my wife. And at that point in time, he had heard something above him. So when he listened above him, there was nothing there, and he was freaked out so much to the point he was digging around the trash can and going like, "Y'all got some toys or something making that noise up?" And we're like, "No, we don't." It completely came out of thin air, and you can tell where you can tell the difference is that it's dimensional. It's not like when we would hear stuff where I'm sitting right now. Me and my wife would come back down to the end of this hallway and come in here. Um, we would hear it till we get to this door. So we get to this door, and then all of a sudden it would just stop. and the sound's emitting out of this room, but you can't go, oh, well, it's coming from the wall or it's coming from the window over here. It's it's just kind of in the air, almost a dimensional sound. And I say dimensional sound because it's like there's no pinpoint. In a physical realm here in our 3D world or wherever we live, if I hear like, something on the wall doing that, I know it's coming from there. But we would hear it and it's just abroad. It's abroad the whole room. So it's something about the house. And we live near a railroad. Like if I wish it was daylight, I'd take you out by the railroad. But there's a railroad like right by my house. So we kind of wonder, like, does that affect it? We really don't know. We just have weird things happen.
Well, that is very interesting. So let me I've got the clip of where the ball is rolling down there. So let's put that up real quick. I'll drop us down and share that. Hold on just a second.
And I can take you guys
on
too.
Okay, hold on just 1 second. All right, I'll drop us down, then I'll bring us back after we play the video. So hold on just a sec.
Okay.
Wow. Now
Yeah,
I'm
it's scary
going
as hell,
to.
man. Like, I gotta sleep in this house, man.
No kidding. I'm going to put up the link, guys, for this, and I want you to check it out yourself because obviously we're not hearing the audio, which I think is an important part of it as well, because again, it says a lot with how a person reacts. Now, you could definitely tell, George, that you were a little bit freaked out. Like at the beginning, you're like, okay, I just saw this and nobody ever believes me. I've got to get this on video. But then when you
nobody ever does, ever. That's why I was like, dude, I wanted to run. Like, I did not want to keep myself there. I felt underwater. Like, you get a heavy, heavy sensation. And like, I knew something was there, but it was like, and I kind of talked it out. A lot of people go, oh, well, it's funny that you said what you said. Or I said, well, when you're in that kind of predicament, you'll say weird shit. And I mean, I remember like, I was just saying whatever I could to kind of keep peace in me and then peace in whatever the hell was happening in front of me. So even my own friends call me. I got a friend that's actually done film with James Franco. Like he's in New York right now, and he's
Oh yeah,
like,
I know who James Franco is.
so like he's doing like pretty big time stuff right now out there, and we're working on a
Yeah,
film on like writing stuff out. But he called me. He was like, dude, come on, man, be honest with me. Like, did you make that up or anything? And I was like, no, I didn't. And then he was just like, so this is real. I was like, it's real as it gets. Like this is some real shit. Like I mean, it'd be one thing like I'm not gonna sit there and take the time to make this crap up. Like I waste my time. I work a lot. I like the paranormal, but at the same time, like I want to prove the paranormal. So like my whole thing is
right.
like, so I wouldn't waste your time. I wouldn't waste, anybody's time. Uh, it just
Well, and again, the funny thing that you know, like you said, is that you uploaded this onto a channel that you don't even have any subscribers on,
right,
and so
right,
this guy went and hacked your video, like downloaded your video and edited it to put it on there. But even he had said that, a lot of the observations I did. Now, first of all, if you did have any kind of string on that, it
right.
would have rolled differently. A round object is much more difficult than like a square or a rolling object where you can attach it both sides, you can pull it, it'll fall off, all those kind of things. When it's rolling it rolls around in a very strange pattern, and you can almost see in certain times where it almost seems to be depressed a little bit and
Yeah,
then pushed
push.
and it rolls just
Yeah. That's what freaked me out. And we've had footsteps. I mean, I play guitar and I sing. I write country music and like after we get done, we'll put the guitar down. And I've had it where the whole guitar gets strummed, like somebody took their fingers down the guitar string, and I'm like, oh, that's really cool. And actually, last night, I had a friend stay by, and he slept on the floor, but he was just like, I was hearing all kinds of things, man. Like I was getting a little eerie and freaked out. Then I started thinking about that ball thing, and I was like, yeah, don't let it bother you, man. Like I believe in God. I believe in Jesus Christ. Like so, if anything, I actually had no joke. I had to go through this house and like bless the home, honestly, because look, I don't know if you'll be able to see here. My kids are sleeping too, but
okay.
so like that's the that's the attic right there. But this is the hallway.
The same hallway. Wow.
Yeah.
Now, one of our listeners is asking, she says, Pat says, I hate to be rude, but do you have level floors? And that's a valid question. So,
Yeah, I'll show you something real quick. Trying to find a ball real quick so I can roll it and show you how it rolls on the floor. Hold on.
okay.
I know I got a ball in here. Let's see. Normally got a light bulb. I'm gonna take a light bulb out here. It's kind of dark in here and put it in the hallway, just so you can
Okay.
see that it's not. It's gotta be kind of quiet. My kids are sleeping, so.
Right.
All right, so that's in the hallway. Let's see. Hey, babe, is there a ball anywhere? I was gonna show them like how level the hallway was. Let's see. I normally have like a ball to put down there, but
Well, of course, it's live radio. It's like Murphy's Law. All the
yeah.
balls will be gone at this moment because they don't want to have you show it. But I mean, I have to agree. Like the way it was rolling was very interesting. Again, I wouldn't even if it was an even surface there, I don't that would still not explain where it is like depressed. Oh, you know what? And hold on, I've got you frozen real quick. Hold on, I'm gonna refresh it. Hold on just a second.
Okay. still frozen.
All right, we're back. I'm going to see if we can get our guest here back. For some reason, we're having some issues with it. Give it a couple more minutes. I don't know what's going on with this. Must not like us talking about them right now. Can you guys hear me? I do not know why he's not showing up. Okay, let me tell him to reconnect. Okay. All right, we're going to wait for him to come back. But, for those who are out there, like, what are your thoughts? Because, again, for me, looking at this, and if you want, I will bring it back up again, and we can look at it once more. Let's pull it up again. All right, we're going to bring it up again. Be right back. All right. Well, where we wait for our guest to get back, I will tell you, interesting video. Again, it's in the links in the comments. For some reason, George cannot get back on. Can you hear me, George? Can you hear me? George, can you hear me?
Yes.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
That is so weird, guys. Okay. Hold on just a second. All right, so we are going to keep seeing if we can get him on. Not really sure what's happening. But okay, let me see. So Pat says it was interesting. Yes. I was seeing what somebody had put down here. Where is it at? Selena, she says, my house is full of activity. I have been wanting to put cameras in my house, but I kind of don't want to see what's in my house. One day I will convince myself to put up cameras. And, I have to say, Selena, it's probably smart that you are not putting up cameras. One of the first things that I tell people, and especially investigators, and we're the worst people for taking our own advice, but the first number one rule that you do not want to do is investigate your own home. The more you investigate, the more you entertain and accept interaction with the spirit world, the more it's going to continue. Now, in the video, as it went further along, he was, saying that he had goosebumps everywhere. He showed that he did. He definitely reacted that, kind of, I want to say like I would. All right. You have one side of you that is like, this is what we do. We're investigators, right? We're not supposed to be the ones like going to these investigations or investigating, and then when something happens, we're scared and we run away. It's almost like a scare that it's almost invigorating. It's like it almost fills you with so much energy. It's very interesting how it works. Whew, sorry, guys. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. We may have to invite George back on next week to share the rest of what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I've had more weird things happen tonight. Of course, when we're talking about all the spirit activity that's going on. Let me see. I'm going to try one more time. Hold on, everybody. And Selena, if you think that something is going on, you can also private message me after the show, either on my private page or through the show page. I actually can do remote readings of your location. If you video call me, we could set something up and I can give you some advice on what to do to stop the activity. And have to get in contact with George after I finish the show. And maybe I'm going to have to take a little trip out to see George and go investigate all of this, because it's again very, very interesting. I always though hate to see that oops, hold on a second, people having activity like that when they have children and family in there and things like that. So it always makes it kind of hard going through something like this all the time. So again, very, very interesting stuff going on their page. You definitely go to the Facebook page, go to 757 Ghost Hunters. Definitely, they've got some videos, they've got some interesting things up there. Definitely interesting. This team is dedicated to helping people and learning about the paranormal. The main goal is to help raise money for CHKD and St. Jude from our sponsors. Very nice, very nice. And they're out, I believe, in Virginia, if I'm not mistaken. All right, let's check one more time. Does not look like. Hold on. He's in the chat room, but I can't see him. So I think what we're going to do is just go ahead and close a little early tonight. I've got to be up super early. This is going to be a very, very interesting week. But hey, I'm up for the challenge. I love this season. I love the opportunity to be able to get together with some of my family and some friends. We have an evacuee. I just love giving back. So I will be doing some volunteering. I'll be helping. I'm going to be helping out in some other things that are coming up here soon. So stick around and check it out. Also, keep an eye on the page. We've got a lot of stuff coming. Our website is about to come out. Should be out by the beginning of the year. Boy, oh boy. Merchandise, archives, everything you could possibly think of. Yep. Come and check it out. All right. Also, make sure if you want to get more information on the precog dreams, what I see coming, the areas I see being hit, make sure to join me on Wednesday night on Top Secret News Radio Show. All right, everybody, you've been listening to the UPRN Talk Radio Network with the one and only Christina George on Paranormal Connections. I hope you guys all have a great week. Have an amazing Thanksgiving, and just know that I love you all. Good night, everyone.